darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable. Judy McCarthy has great hopes for her family and their new home. But a shadowy presence prowls its dark corners, obsessively tormenting the family. As Judy struggles to protect her loved ones, she uncovers a violent secret that threatens everything she holds dear. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. Beyond the sun-drenched shores of Corpus Christi, Texas, musty gravestones mark forgotten conflicts and silenced lives. But sometimes death is not the final chapter. Often, restless spirits roam the earth, seeking to inflict their eternal fury on the living. In early 2005, the McCarthy family moves from a small apartment in Corpus Christi, Texas, to a house nearby. Judy McCarthy is a stay-at-home mom whose first priority is her family. She is always compassionate and supportive of her 17-year-old daughter, Carissa, her husband, John, and her grown daughter, Lisa Lambert. Recently, Lisa was laid off from her job as a human resources recruiter. No longer able to support her son, Jacob, she moved in with John and Judy.
Lisa and Jacob were having to sleep on the floor, and we had to get a bigger place because a 2-bedroom with 1 bath just was not big enough.
Lisa feels fortunate to have loving parents she can rely on.
I asked them for their assistance until I could get on my feet financially. That's how we are. It's just a close-knit family.
Hey, we're almost done unpacking. Want to check it out? Yeah, come on.
Okay, have fun.
Oh, we will.
Here, let me help you. Let me help you.
Carissa loves the new house and the fact that she will not have to change schools.
Jacob, look.
Nice. Welcome to my humble abode.
I haven't had a room this big. So I was very, very excited.
Can I use a computer when you don't need it?
Yeah, just make sure you're asked first.
Whoa, what's this?
That's pretty cool.
There was a water heater that had a door that led into the hallway, and there was also a door into my bedroom.
Jacob. Okay, coming, Mom.
Lisa, honey, look at this.
Lisa and Jacob share a large addition off the living room.
Jake, can you help me put these on here?
I loved that we had our own section of the house away from everyone, and we would have our privacy.
As they finish settling in, a treasured item evokes the memory of Judy's late father.
I did everything with my dad, and whenever we'd go fishing, that is the lantern we used. It was my pride and joy.
What do you think?
Looks good.
I think so too.
Anything else?
It was very special to her and special to all of us in that way.
As weeks pass, the family quickly falls into a hectic routine. John's supervisory position as a diesel mechanic requires him to work long hours.
I'll call you later.
Oh, Jacob. Jacob, it is late. We're gonna be late for school, hon. We gotta go.
When will you be back?
I don't know, Mom. It really just depends on the job hunt. We'll see.
Okay.
Have a good day, okay?
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Carissa, are you up yet?
I heard footsteps, and it was a hard step, like a man walking with boots on.
John? Did you forget something? John? Teresa, hurry up. You're gonna be late for school.
Mom, have you seen my compact?
Did you check your room?
I went to look for my powder. I couldn't find it anywhere. I came back into the bathroom and it was right there, just as if it was purposely placed for me to see.
Thanks, Mom. Where'd you find it?
I didn't.
I thought that it was Jacob being a prankster moving around my compact.
But Jacob went to school like 20 minutes ago.
Days turn into nights.
I started to feel a little uneasy. Kind of a vague feeling of being watched.
Oh, good morning.
Well, you're running kind of late, sleepyhead.
I couldn't sleep.
Are you coming down with something?
No?
Is everything going all right at school?
What is with the third degree? I'm fine. Everything is fine. Gosh!
Later, after everyone has left, Judy takes time to relax.
The trench walls collapsed. In a matter of seconds.
How could such a large mass suddenly disappear? And if it isn't, bikers come together to form dangerous gangs.
As the car sank deeper into the river, his men had to...
Hit towards first, fielded by Johnson.
Lawson told investigators that during their Los Angeles business...
There's no timer on the TV or anything. So I thought maybe there was something wrong with the batteries.
Weeks pass. Eerie sounds continue to echo through the house. Judy finds comfort in having her family around,
2 jacks.
especially on nights when John works late.
Okay, you got me. Did you hear that?
What do you think it was?
Sounded like it came from my room.
It was probably just the house settling. Whose turn is it anyway?
Mine.
It's an older home. You're expecting to hear some type of noises.
Stick 'em up and give me all your rights.
No, what makes you think I've got any eights?
You had to have heard that.
I'll go take a look.
No, Jacob, you stay here.
I was a little anxious. We thought somebody had broken in.
I didn't know what was in there. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
It's freezing in here.
I got goosebumps. The hair stood up.
My closet.
My heart kind of dropped when I saw that my closet door was actually open. I always kept my closet door shut.
Oh, thank goodness.
What? Everything okay?
It's okay. False alarm.
I know I left my closet closed.
Honey.
Oh, Carissa.
No, I always shut the door.
I just assumed that for the noise, she had left it opened a little, and being in an older home, some of the wood slanted a little, and then it just slid open.
Honey, if you did shut the door, how did it get itself opened?
Weeks pass without incident.
Oh, I hate fractions.
It's not that hard. It's like the sizes on wrenches.
Guess what? We are celebrating. I got a job as a corporate trainer.
I was ecstatic. It wasn't just a job for me, it was going to be my career.
You rock, Mom.
My son was thrilled just because eventually we were going to be on our own.
Well, let's party. Come on, we'll celebrate. Come on. Pop the cork on that thing.
A few hours later, after Jacob and John have gone to bed,
Body temperature began to drop. Blood pressure and pulse decreased sharply, leaving them confused and disoriented.
Jacob, get back to bed, young man.
I'm thinking somebody's playing a trick on me. And we don't have another remote.
Ma, what's wrong with the TV?
George managed one
It just came on.
Ah,
Thought it was Jacob.
it's been doing this in the mornings. I tried changing the batteries, but it hasn't stopped it apparently. It just turns on and flips channels.
Knowing that somebody else in the house was experiencing similar things was very comforting.
I'm starting to think the house is haunted.
You know, I think it might be Grandpa. He was always such a practical joker. Maybe it's
I thought it was my dad checking in the house to make sure that everybody was okay.
But why would he start this now? He's been gone for years.
Lisa has her doubts.
She just wanted to have him in the house with us so much that she wanted to grasp onto that possibility that it's him.
You know, I've got a huge day tomorrow. I think I'm turning in.
Me too.
right, Carissa.
The following weekend, Judy decides to treat the kids to a day at the mall.
20 minutes in the toy store today, okay?
Okay.
And Lisa, why don't you come with us? The break will do you good.
Yeah, Mom. Take a break.
You know, guys, thanks for the invite. I really need to stay and fill out this paperwork. You go.
I can't find my other earring. I put it on my dresser a few minutes ago, and now the other one's gone.
So wear another pair.
My stuff keeps disappearing, and this never happened before we moved here.
Jacob, are you playing a joke on Carissa?
No, and I didn't touch her stuff.
Jacob, look at me in the eyes. Are you lying to me?
You think I'm lying, and I'm not going to the mall with you.
Fine by me.
Carissa's personality started changing. Little things would set her off, and she was never like that before.
Later, around 3 a.m.
I wasn't imagining this. It was within a foot of that window, if not closer. I would have seen them walk away. I would have at least seen their shadow, heard their footsteps. I could smell smoke, like there was something burning, maybe in the living room or in the kitchen.
Mom. You must give me a heart attack.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
What are you doing up?
I smelled smoke. Seemed like it was coming from this room. I sure don't smell any now, though.
Mom, it wasn't the smoke that woke me up.
Really? What was it?
I heard men outside talking, and then when I looked to see them, they weren't even there. Something weird's going on, Mom.
Judy believes the voices are connected to the haunting.
That's when I realized it couldn't be my dad. That if he wanted to say something to me, he would have done it a long time ago. And that's when I finally realized we have a problem.
Can you keep it down? I have to get up in 3 hours.
I'm sorry, honey. There's just weird things going on here. We think we might have a ghost.
A ghost? You got nothing better to do at 3 in the morning? I'm going back to bed. And you should too.
I'm so sorry, honey. He hasn't experienced any of it.
I know. Thank goodness Jacob hasn't either. No, let's just keep it that way, okay?
Night, honey.
My concern was, will he come in contact with the spirit? Will it start bothering him?
Nothing unusual happens for several days, and Lisa's concerns fade. Carissa, however, continues to sense an unseen presence watching her.
Nice bunt. All right.
Because the feeling is most intense in her room, she has suffered a string of restless nights.
And the pitcher retires another batter.
And the pitcher retires too.
Oh, come on, play a little more.
I'm poop, Squirt.
Please.
Jake, I said no.
Night after night, not being able to go to sleep. I was definitely tired all the time.
The sleepless nights stretch into weeks. Hoping to calm her uneasiness, Carissa leaves a light on each night.
Felt like something was about to pop out at me.
She tries to convince herself that it's just her imagination.
Teresa, what are you doing in here?
Whatever's in this house was in my room last night. But it isn't Grandpa.
I knew it wouldn't be my grandpa because I wouldn't be feeling scared and vulnerable like I was.
Oh, honey.
Judy wishes there was some way to comfort Carissa.
It isn't just a bit.
Although she still feels uncomfortable being alone, Carissa presses on.
Why did Carissa sleep at our room last
Don't
night?
even go there, Joe.
Couldn't stay in my room.
Why?
I got scared. I didn't want to be alone. There's a ghost in there.
Oh, not this ghost business again. You're 17. You're too old to be sleeping in your parents' room.
My dad never wanted to believe in the supernatural.
Crying won't help.
He thought that I was being very irrational.
I need to be heading out too.
Judy anxiously searches for a way to protect her daughter.
I had a gold cross that was in my Christmas ornaments. I hung that up right up over her door so that maybe it would keep stuff out of her room.
That night, despite her fears, Carissa returns to her own room.
I tried my hardest not to think about it. I felt like I had to be strong and tough it out. I was too scared to look or move or do anything. I just laid there frozen. My heart started beating very, very fast, and I got very, very frightened. I could not move my body, and I just felt like there was a huge weight on me.
Lisa, what's the matter, honey? What's the matter? Honey, are you okay?
I couldn't breathe.
Oh, my God. How about some fresh air?
They don't open.
Oh, I forgot.
Mom, can I sleep in your room? There's something in here.
I was scared for her. I did not want her going back in that room.
The following morning, Judy seeks some assurance that Carissa will not suffer lingering effects from the ghostly attack.
I couldn't breathe. I just kept gasping and gasping.
Sounds like panic attacks. Have you been depressed lately?
No.
She's having a lot of trouble sleeping lately.
And we think we have a ghost in the house.
Carissa, I think something else is bothering you.
Although Carissa is fine, Judy's fears for her safety persist.
Come on, Casa, let's go.
I was thinking, how can I protect her against something I can't even see?
Judy struggles to find some way to keep her daughter safe.
I think that's it. It's all up and running again.
Oh, wonderful. We'll have heat again. You know, I was wondering what would happen if we needed to get out of the lease early.
Why?
Well, we think there might be a ghost here.
If you try to break that lease, you owe me the rest of the year. And if you don't pay up, I'll sue.
Whoa. Nobody's trying to break the lease.
I think you need to talk to your wife.
I wanted out of the house. I didn't want any part of it. I wanted to move.
We're not gonna move just because you think there's ghosts in here.
John, you're away at work all day long. You come home and sleep. You're never around to see what's happening around here.
He told me that it was just our imagination, that we were being stupid and silly and everything.
A few days later, Carissa stays home from school to recover from a bad cold.
Mom? That was about the most frightening thing, to see something going into Carissa's room and just disappear.
My heart dropped. Everything beforehand had just been hearing things and feelings. But seeing that just made everything that much worse.
The ghost's increasing boldness terrifies Judy. It seems to be growing not only stronger, but more focused on Carissa.
You saw it? Oh my God.
We gotta get out of here now!
Okay, listen, Mom. Go somewhere safe until Dad gets home. And I'm gonna see if I can find someone who can help us.
Lisa finds Margaret Prescott's paranormal research team and arranges for them to come out as soon as possible. That night,
John, when you're out of town, we're gonna have some paranormal researchers come over. I need this, John.
Judy warns John about the impending investigation.
I finally made him realize I really needed to find out what it was that was in this house.
Soon after, while John is out of town and Jacob is staying at a friend's house, paranormal investigator Margaret Prescott and his son, technical expert Monty Prescott, meet with the family.
The goal of my group is to help people to understand what they're experiencing, what they're going through.
All right, we'll be setting up the cameras throughout the house, but mostly where you've had activity.
Like my room?
Especially your room.
Where my heart went out to this family was seeing the fear in her eyes, like something was coming after her.
Where do you want us to be?
We're gonna need everyone to leave the house. That way we can be sure that the activity we pick up is paranormal and not human. Monty will be in the garage. He's setting up a viewing station, so he won't disturb the house either.
Let's go.
The team has set up infrared cameras and digital tape recorders. They hope to capture paranormal activity and ghostly voices known as EVP, or electronic voice phenomena.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I think we got a nice shot of the hallway,
We got a really nice shot of the bedroom here. That's where most of our activity's been happening.
What was that? Something just hit the camera.
My reaction was that they didn't want our cameras there, and they did not want us there.
I'm gonna go fix that camera.
Be careful.
I will. Call me if there's a problem.
Margaret knows any ghost who can move a camera is powerful enough to inflict physical harm.
I just had this feeling that there was something inside this closet, and it just wasn't very nice.
She tries to provoke the ghost in order to elicit a response that can be recorded as EVP.
Prove to me you're really here.
I tried to get from them, why are they here? Why are they tormenting this family?
Move something. Come on. Show yourself to me.
Just flew out of the closet at you. I think you should get out of there. An orb just flew out of the closet at you. I think you should get out of there.
I thought, okay, I'm making a connection with whatever is in there.
Who are you? What are you doing in this house? Answer me. If you don't want me here, make me leave.
What's happening?
This really strange feeling that traveled up my legs and just started traveling up to my arms.
Get out of there!
It's like the air is just being sucked out. And it was really getting very hard to breathe.
Get out of there!
Margaret confirms Judy's worst fears. The ghost is powerful and violent.
You're gonna need a cleansing. No, I don't do those, but I can get you in touch with some people who do.
Well, can they do it right away? I've got to protect my family, especially Carissa.
I was so scared for her. This was her room, and something was invading it.
It'll be about a week or more.
That long?
Well, you can try to cleanse the house yourself.
Judy is willing to accept any risk to protect her family.
Go to each room alone with a Bible, and you order the spirits to go away.
Thank you.
It'll be okay, okay? We'll keep in touch.
All right.
All right.
The following morning, despite her fears, Judy is determined to bless the house.
Mom, you know, I'm just really not comfortable leaving you alone to do this. Let me call in and take a personal day.
I was very concerned. Margaret had said that two things could happen. You could either really make the spirit angry, they could retaliate, or they will actually leave you alone.
Lisa, you just started your job.
Please be careful, Mom.
I had a gut feeling that it wasn't going to make things better and that it might make things worse.
I'm going to do this. In God's name.
Judy blesses the house, room by room, saving Carissa's for last.
Leave my family alone. In God's name, please leave this house. Leave us alone. In God's name, please leave this house. Leave us alone. Leave my family alone. In God's name, I command you to leave this house. Get out of this house! In the name of God, I command you to leave this house. Leave us alone!
I felt like there was someone standing right beside me. I didn't know what was going to happen, and I couldn't breathe. The thought that I had done something I shouldn't have.
I tried to cleanse the house, but I heard angry knocking on the walls.
That means it's not gonna leave. I need you to hear something.
I'm here. I'm here for the girl. I'm here. I'm here for the girl. I'm here for the girl.
We've got the confirmation of what this entity wants, and it was very frightening.
I'm here. I'm here for the girl.
He's obsessed with Carissa. He wants her. Her rejection is making him so angry.
She might have reminded him of someone he once cared for a great deal, and he did not want to let her go.
Knowing that is your flesh and blood, that whatever this thing is wants. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna protect her?
There was a murder in the house.
Margaret's research has uncovered a drug-related murder that occurred in the house 20 years earlier.
You know the smoke that you smelt and the argument that Lisa heard? They're all replays of that event.
The killer set a fire to destroy the evidence.
Get Carissa out of that house as soon as possible.
The next step is that this girl was going to get harmed in some way. It's building up more and more strength because his family's afraid of it.
Oh my God, Carissa is due home from softball practice any minute now. I can't have her in that house alone. Where's Carissa?
Still at softball practice.
Oh, thank God.
Why?
John, we have to move.
What?
The ghost is obsessed with Carissa. Margaret caught him on tape, saying he wanted the girl. We have to move.
I was determined nothing was going to get her.
Well, that's about it for us.
Within days, Judy finds a house nearby and the family quickly packs for the move.
Now, you and Jacob come and visit us sometime soon.
Lisa and Jacob relocate to an apartment across town.
Don't be a stranger. All right.
Well, I think that about does it for us, too.
I just need to get one more box for my room.
Okay, hurry up, honey.
I was never so happy in my life that we were gonna move.
Mom, I can't get the door open. Stop! Help! It's not even locked or latched. Get me out of here! Help!
Get away from the door! Stand back! Oh. Can you climb out a window?
No, it's nailed shut, remember? I'm gonna crawl through the furnace door.
I can see you, baby. Get me something to pry with, like a screwdriver. Yes. Oh, yeah. Give me your hand.
I felt a presence just bearing down on me. I just kept thinking that it's gonna get me. It's gonna get me.
Give me your hands, baby. That's it. Come on, come to Dad. Come on, I got you.
Something's pulling me. It's trying to keep me in the room.
Come on, baby. I got you.
It felt like something was pulling her the other way, towards her closet.
It wasn't letting me leave. I was so scared.
Oh, John, she's freezing. We gotta get out of here now.
I was so happy and so scared. I mean, I didn't ever want to let her go.
Overwhelmed by their fear that Carissa's life is at stake, the McCarthys refuse to spend another second in the house.
It was like the weight of the world had been taken off my shoulders, knowing that nobody in my family would have to put up with anything like that again.
Hold that pose.
Several months later, Carissa recovers from her ordeal and graduates from high school. Soon after, she secures a full-time job and begins taking college classes.
You're smart, but that's a dumb hat.
You can't wait to wear one, can you, Squirt?
Once we moved out of the house, nothing bad happened after that, and everybody's doing really good now.
But the months of constant fear for her daughter's safety will forever haunt Judy.
It's a feeling that I hope to God I never have to feel again. And I don't ever want anyone to have to go through that with their child.
In this world, there is real evil. In the darkest shadows and in the most ordinary places. These are the true stories of the innocent and the unimaginable. Latin guitarist Eddie Benitez moves out west, hoping to resurrect his music career. But his optimism soon fades as his new life is shattered by the vicious attacks of a deadly force. Now, he must confront his ultimate fears to protect his family from the evil that is determined to destroy them all. Between the world we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. There are those who walk this earth that possess the ability to see the dead amongst the living. For many, this special gift gives hope of life after death. But the spirit world can be deadly, creating a living nightmare for those who can never escape. The year is 1976. Carmen Benitez and her son Eddie enjoy a beautiful day in Brooklyn. The ranting of a madman suddenly shatters the afternoon calm.
This man was very hostile, physically violent with other people around him.
Go in the house. Go in the house.
I knew that there was something wrong with him beyond the human norm.
Carmen is known throughout the neighborhood as a spiritual healer.
Everybody would go to my mother for some type of help.
But Eddie is shocked. He never fully realized the strength of his mother's gift.
To see a woman have control over this man was an amazement in itself.
Señor Carmen, por favor. I think our friend's been possessed by a demon. You gotta help us out. He ain't got nowhere to go.
Carmen orders them to bring the possessed man inside her home. Using holy water, Carmen prepares to perform an exorcism. This ritual originated in Puerto Rico and has been passed down through many generations of her family.
Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre.
As she repeats the Lord's Prayer, Carmen places the man's hands over a goblet of water, which weakens the evil spirit and prevents its escape from the man's body.
Quickly, and your plate a glass of water now. Nos perdona nuestras ofensas, como así nosotros perdonamos a quien nos ofende.
To complete the exorcism, she holds a glass of water and plate over the man's head. Then she taps the glass 3 times and expels the demonic spirit from the man's body, trapping it between the plate and glass of water.
You could see that there was an immediate change, not only in the way he looked physically, but in everything else in the room. You could feel it.
Gracias, señor.
After viewing what my mother did, that led me to ask a lot of questions about my mother, the power she possessed, and who gave her that power.
Eddie is considered a musical prodigy and already has made a name for himself as one of the industry's hottest Latin jazz guitarists.
When I was 14, I was signed to a record deal by one of the largest Latin labels in the world. My first album, Nightlife, was out and became gold.
Fantastic, Eddie. That was great. It's a wrap.
Thanks. Thank you. So what'd you think so far?
About what?
The album?
Look, it sounds great. You're doing fantastic. Don't worry about that. Can you come by tomorrow and cut some more tracks with me?
Yeah, absolutely. Right after school.
Sounds good, sounds good. You ready to go?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Straight home, okay? No stops anywhere else, all right?
Got it. Hey, you have a great day, man.
See ya. You take care.
Thanks.
All right.
Where you going? Brooklyn, 128 Hayslip. You got it. Hey, Brooklyn's that way. Hey, man, where are you going? Hey, why are we stopping, man? Hey, he said no stops. I'm talking to you, man. Why are we stopping?
Estoy preocupada por ti, mi amor.
Perdóname, madre. I got into a...
Eddie tries to explain what just happened.
You could see the transformation in this man. He took on this appearance of evil.
It's okay, Eddie. Oh, Eddie.
Carmen believes that he was confronted by a demon for the first time.
Siéntate, okay? I need to talk to you.
She tells Eddie that he has the ability to interact with the spirit world,
You have a special gift
a gift that runs in their family.
into the spirit.
For the rest of his life, Eddie will have encounters with the supernatural, but that there is no reason to be afraid.
The spirit world is just part of life. The dead cannot harm you.
Although he is uncertain of his newfound gift, Eddie finds comfort in his mother's words.
The moment had a big impact on me because it started what I call my search for the truth. Seeking more about religion and understanding the spirit world.
And over the years, Eddie eventually accepts this ability as a part of his life. In the 1970s, Eddie tours the world, playing with some of the biggest names in music.
I've toured with Tito Puente, Larry Harlow, Mongo Santa Maria, Barry White, George Benson, you name it.
At the age of 23, Eddie takes a break from the music scene. He gets married, goes to college, and starts a family of his own. In 2003, Eddie returns to the stage, playing a private concert for 200 of his closest fans. He is ready to relaunch his solo career.
Before I was more commercial, and now my music has matured a lot. I've made it more spiritual because of a lot of the things that have happened in my life.
Always there to support him are his wife, Myrna, and son, Eddie Jr.
Being married for so many years, it's been quite exciting. You meet a lot of different interesting people in the music world.
Me and my dad are really close. You can say we're like brothers. We've always been a close, tight-knit family.
In 2004, Eddie's beloved mother passes away. Nearly a year later, he and his family decide to leave New York and start a new life elsewhere.
We figured Arizona would be a nice spot because it's close to California, close to Vegas, where I could still be able to do my thing in the music industry.
I'm really going to miss this place.
You okay, Dad?
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, I think that's everything. We are ready to go.
Ready, huh?
Yes, but I've made some lunch if you'd like to come in. Do you want to grab some lunch first?
Food. Let's start with that.
Let's
go.
Eddie is suddenly reminded of his unique gift. A week later, the Benitez family arrives at their new home in Tempe, Arizona.
How you doing?
This is
baby. Oh, mwah. Yes.
Good job, Pop.
Good. So, let's go in. Let's check it out. Go. Woo! Pop.
Although they are miles away from New York, they welcome this new phase in their lives.
We just loved the house. We were like, this is a fabulous place to be at.
We were happy, we were content. Everything was there that we needed. And we would be even more united as a family.
It was a house that we would be able to stay in for a very long time.
Weeks after they move in, Eddie begins working on his new album. He prefers to record late at night when the house is quiet and there are fewer distractions.
Mirna. Eddie.
Being from New York, you start to speculate maybe an intruder.
Eddie finds no sign of a break-in.
There was nobody around.
Over the next month, while Eddie works on his album, the rest of the family settle into their new lives. Myrna gets a job as an elementary school teacher.
Well. Buenos dias.
Yes.
How's it going?
What?
The album.
It's coming, it's coming.
Yes, I know. You kept me up all night.
Well, I was working very hard all night long.
I'm very glad.
Eddie Jr. also finds work as a manager at a large drugstore chain.
Help yourself, honey.
Oh, no, sir.
Where are you going?
Off to work. With a bowl. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I met some friends at the gym, so we're gonna go play basketball after work. Have a good day.
Okay, buena suerte, chico. He says so. He looks happy. Me too.
She does.
That night.
I had no idea what was going on. I could just feel my heart just beating out of my chest. It felt like I was having a heart attack.
Eddie? Eddie, what's wrong?
My chest.
What?
I can't breathe. My chest. I can't.
What? Calm it down. Calm down.
Eddie, mi amor.
I can't breathe.
It's my son. I don't know what's wrong with him. Can you please hurry and come? Thank you.
Doctors run a series of tests on Eddie Jr.
Well, I've gone over his chart. Blood pressure's fine, his heart's fine. Looks like he probably just had a panic attack.
Panic attack? I've
never had any problems health-wise. Just didn't make sense at all.
Yeah, he's normally calm and relaxed. That cannot be right.
Well, you know, it could be anything. It could be the stress of the move, could be a new job, anything to set off a panic attack. Look, I'm gonna write your prescription for a mild sedative. I think it'll help calm you down if you have any of these attacks in the future, okay?
The doctor told me that there doesn't seem to be anything medically wrong with him.
Oh, by the way, when you experience one of these anxiety attacks, think about writing it down in a journal. Try to think of what's on your mind, what's going on. Just keep a record of what happened.
Gracias.
Give us a call if you have any problems.
Panic attack.
Over the next month, Eddie Jr. continues to suffer from these inexplicable attacks. His doctors are baffled, unable to remedy his mysterious condition.
There had to be something causing this, and it's just very frustrating not knowing what to do about it or not having some kind of answer for it.
Eddie Jr.'s health continues to rapidly deteriorate.
It just physically beat me down. I wasn't able to work. I wasn't able to leave the house.
Eddie?
Eddie Jr. would basically lock himself in the room and just keep to himself. He didn't want to talk to anyone.
Just shut those curtains and get out of here!
It was very hard seeing him seclude himself.
Eddie, come on, please. You've been in your room for days.
Get out of my room! Don't you ever talk to your mother like that again.
He wasn't himself. Like there was somebody else in his body.
You don't look so good. You're really pale and you need some fresh air.
Just get the hell out of my room and don't bother me again!
Eddie and Myrna watch helplessly as their son turns into a complete stranger.
You cannot go on this way, Eddie.
We were very frightened because we didn't know if he was going to get better. I did not know how to help him.
You've seen so many doctors already.
I became very frustrated and fearful that they wouldn't find a medical answer till it was too late.
Maybe Eddie's condition has something to do with something else.
I don't know, like what? Something has to be done.
Because the doctors aren't able to help, Eddie must take matters into his own hands.
I had the gas company come out. I had electricians come out. I had a guy come out and check for lead poisoning.
But no one can find anything wrong with the house.
I was very frustrated because I wanted for somebody to tell me, this is the problem.
One night, Eddie prepares a special dinner for his family, hoping to distract them from the problem at hand.
Under the doctor's advice, I started keeping a journal and just writing down the thoughts that was going through my head or whatever I was feeling or whatever happened to me that day.
Eddie Jr. hopes that it will help end these attacks. Eddie is stunned. He is beginning to believe that they are not alone in the house.
At this point, I'm realizing that it's paranormal what's going on.
I don't know what happened. I was writing in my journal and I must have blacked out or something. The next thing I know, Rick.
I didn't know what to think or what to make of it. I just was baffled.
It's all over the pages. It's not even my handwriting.
What's running through my mind is that there's an entity or spirit who's around who is being harmful.
Eddie suspects that it could be the cause of his son's mysterious condition. The following morning,
Me do too.
Yes, me too. The sun won't hurt.
Some chicken, some corn on the cob, maybe. That'd be nice.
It's just...
Hey, buenos dias.
Buenos dias, mijo.
How are you, son?
¿Qué tal?
All right, I guess.
Let me make you something, huh? You want some eggs or sausages?
Don't we have
I'll
any
make you whatever
juice?
you want. Eddie, what did you do to yourself? What is this?
What?
They look like burns.
Myrna finds
Like
two
burns,
distinct
Eddie.
quarter-sized burns at the base of her son's back.
Eddie, come over here, please. Look at this. Stand still, Eddie.
Papi.
For some reason, the entity is targeting Eddie Jr., causing him even more physical harm.
They're burns, Eddie. How do you get burns on your back?
Eddie's
I don't know.
concerns deepen.
I didn't do anything.
He's unsure how to help his son and fears what may happen next. He now wonders if anybody else who has lived in the home has been affected by this presence. Eddie invites his neighbor over and hopes that he can tell him anything about the previous owners.
Good.
Good. Hey, I see you getting some work done to the house.
We've been having some issues with the house, minor stuff.
Oh, man, sorry to hear about that. Anything I can do to help?
Oh, you know, do you know how to get in contact with the previous owners? You know, maybe they can help us fix whatever is wrong with the house.
I don't think that's gonna work there, partner. You know, the guy that used to live here, he's dead. The rumor is that he killed himself.
The hairs on my arms and my back just started standing up, and I knew that there was something more to this.
Oh, listen, I gotta take this call. Listen, you're in luck. The guy that used to live here, his daughter, she lives right down here on the corner. And if you talk to her, yeah, she can probably help you out, okay?
Well, thanks.
Hey, our pleasure. Take care.
The only lead we had was her father had died there. He had to be the cause of this.
Eddie believes that Rick could be this woman's father and decides to pay her a visit.
I was hoping to learn the circumstances of her father's death, the type of person he was, and maybe make some sense as to what was going on in my house.
Hi, can I help you?
Joan?
Yes.
Hi. I am Eddie Benitez. I just moved a few houses from here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think where your father used to live.
Yes, he did. Is that all?
Listen, I don't want to intrude, but I need to speak to you. It's about your father, Rick. Listen, please. There's many strange things happening in my house. My son is getting sick. I believe it's your father causing this.
Look, I have no idea what you're talking about. My father's name was Christopher. Now, if you don't mind, I've got things to do.
Listen, please.
Eddie is more confused than ever, and now he has absolutely no leads as to who Rick is and why he is hurting his son.
I had to try to find out other ways of figuring the situation out and what was going on with him. So I'm at the beginning of the road again.
That night, Eddie tries to work on his album, but is unable to concentrate. Although he has never been harmed, he now believes that the spirit world is far more powerful than he ever imagined. And he fears that he may not be able to help his son.
want. Just don't hurt my family.
Eddie realizes that the man is not an intruder, but the ghost that is haunting their house. With his mother Carmen gone, Eddie has no one to turn to for guidance.
So now I become at a point where I'm more desperate. And this is where I say to myself, okay, I need outside help.
He begins scouring the internet.
One organization that caught my eye was the Arizona Desert Ghost Hunters.
He immediately sends them an email, hoping that they can remove the entity from his home. That weekend, a team of investigators arrives at the Benitez home. Ann Martin is the founder of the Arizona Desert Ghost Hunters.
We decided to go and see if we can help him because he was having so much activity that we felt it was warranted to go and look, to go investigate.
Who are you?
We ask questions to see if we can get a response back. We also use a digital camera just to see if we can catch any apparitions.
Also a part of the team is Debbie Bennett, an intuitive who reads tarot cards, which give insight into the past, present, and future. The images on the cards trigger psychic visions, providing her with a deeper knowledge of what's going on in the house.
It opens up psychic responses to where all cards have different meanings, but whatever the question is, it's going to apply and give you the answer for that specific question. When I got the Hangman, I felt the impression of the entity taking his own life. The Ten of Swords represents somebody who chose not to move on.
What does it all mean?
I'm sensing pain. I could feel the presence of a very angry man. He didn't want me there. I could feel the energy of the entity getting angrier.
Who is it? What's his name?
I only see the letter R.
He wants you to get out of his house, and I'm afraid he'll do anything in his power to get you out. I'd like to perform a ritual to help you remove the evil spirit from your home.
Whatever you can do.
That night, Debbie performs a smudging on the house, a Native American ritual where sage is burned to cleanse the house of negative energy.
Smudging is used for protection from the spirit world.
Immediately after the ritual, Debbie no longer senses the ominous presence, believing that the spirit has gone to the other side. Over the next few days, there are no signs of any paranormal activity in the house, and Eddie Jr.'s health appears to be getting better.
The question was, would this return or not? Because you usually don't get rid of these things that easy.
Then, one night,
Shut up! Shut up! I'm so sick of you nagging! Eat, Eddie! Sleep, Eddie! Take your meds, Eddie! What the hell's wrong with you? Are you stupid? I'm just dead! Why don't you just get off my back and leave me alone?
Eddie! Eddie!
He just just looked at me like with this scary, awful look in his face and just lashing out at me, cursing at me. I was in shock.
No, get off my back! Eddie, get off me! Don't you touch me!
There was a darkness in him.
Don't you touch me!
Something of evil, and I could feel it.
Give me the holy water! Now! There! Open it up! It's right! En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo!
As I threw holy water on him, he's screaming, "I'm burning, I'm burning."
Here, bring that chair. Grab my mother's goblet. My mother's goblet. Yes!
I was going to perform the ritual that I had seen my mother perform many years ago.
En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén, Dios Todopoderoso.
Whitney, and your plate that glass of water now.
A glass of water and a plate, Harry. En nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, hágase tu voluntad aquí en la tierra como en el cielo. Todos nos perdonamos a los que nos ofenden y nos dejen. Tentación y líbranos del mal. Amén.
Like his mother, Eddie places the glass and plate over his son's head, hoping to trap the evil spirit infesting his body.
Hágase tu voluntad aquí en la tierra como en el cielo. Hágase tu voluntad aquí en la tierra como en el cielo. ¡Gloria por siempre, Señor!
La gloria.
Eddie? Eddie?
Eddie,
What happened?
we're here. We're here, Eddie.
Eddie has faith that his mother's ritual has worked.
My son became very calm and peaceful, like nothing had ever happened.
It was a relief for me to see my son, to think that he was going to be able to go back to his normal life.
And Eddie prays for his son's recovery. Soon after, life returns to normal for the Benitez family.
The house was at peace. We were very hopeful that it would continue.
Hey! Hey! Congratulations, old man.
Eddie's family celebrates the completion of his new album.
Open it. Uh-oh. Let's get this thing open. Uh-oh.
We have so much to be thankful for.
Mierda.
Gracias.
Before anything, a toast to the new album.
Yeah.
And to Eddie Benitez, the greatest guitar player in the world.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Several days later, Eddie receives a surprise visit from Joan, the daughter of the previous owner.
You know, I'm sorry about the other day. You really caught me off guard.
I understand.
God, it's been so long since I've been in this house. It really brings back a lot of memories. Look, when I told you my dad's name was Christopher, it wasn't entirely true. His middle name was Richard. Only his closest friends and family called him Rick.
It was like the puzzle was starting to fall in place.
It's just really hard to talk about my dad. He went to prison for a long time, but when he got back, he just had a really hard time adjusting. Of course, I wanted to help, you know?
Sure.
So I rented him this house. Would you mind if I took a look around upstairs?
Oh, no, sure.
Just
If you want.
Just for a minute.
Sure.
Joan asks to see her father's old room.
Everything's in the same place.
Rick had the bed in the same position my son did, the dresser, and the flag on the wall in the exact same area.
Dad, wake up! Wake up, please. Wake up. He went to prison for a long time, but when he got back, he just had a really hard time adjusting. Dad, wake up! I think I know why my father's trying to hurt your son.
Why? Why would he want to hurt him?
If my father were still alive today, he would be doing everything in his power to harm you and your family.
Eddie now understands that Rick was a violent racist, carrying on in death as he did in life, and that he and his family were just targets of his hatred.
We were basically in his house. My son was still in his room, and he wanted to get rid of us no matter what.
So you really think my father's spirit is in this house?
I believe he was. Like I told you, we have some professionals come into the house. They're the ones that took those pictures.
Oh my God.
In one of the photos, Joan makes an alarming discovery.
That's my father's face.
Weeks later,
started feeling weird. My breathing became distressed. My body was trembling. And I don't know, I just felt like I was dying.
Eddie lapses into a deep coma, and doctors are unable to determine why. 3 days later, he mysteriously and miraculously regains consciousness.
Opening his eyes. Eddie, it's me, Mirna. Hi. Oh my God.
I believe that maybe Rick was trying to make one final attempt to take a life, and he wanted mine.
Eddie fears for the safety of his family, scared of who Rick will target next, and decides to move out of the house. Because of this experience, Eddie's views on the supernatural have completely changed. Although he cherishes his unique gift, he now believes that the spirit world can be dangerous.
You know, I learned that evil can come in and take control of your life if you don't put a stop to it, and deteriorate your body, your mind, and your spirit.